Hamha, everybody. Welcome back. Hello, Toby. Hello, Stumbles. Hello, Bladevat. Hello, Mecha Ninja. Happy Friday. We made it to the weekend. I'm so ready for it. But I've got one last task I must do before my week of end. I must draw a kiwi bird with an enormous sandwich, and I cannot rest until I have done so. This is the mandate that has been assigned to me. So, we go. I just realized I don't have my usual blotting paper towels. I'm gonna message Clay and ask if he can bring me one. There we go. Okay. I still need to finish brushing up this actual drawing before I begin painting, so that is just fine. Actually, I'm trying to figure out how I should do this guy's eye. So he's kind of doing a salt bay, where he's got this big tray with a sandwich on it, and then he's got his hand underneath it, like holding up the tray, and then his top hand is kind of doing a flourish, and then the sandwich is like kind of almost tipping over. It's like spilling out a little bit. So I have to make sure the silhouette is really clean. It's hard drawing mushrooms inside of sandwiches because, like, we use mushrooms and fungus to indicate, like, extreme rot, you know? Like like that burger they give the health inspector in that SpongeBob episode. So I'm trying to make this look like an appealing sandwich, not just covered in gunk. Hi, Delta. I didn't see you in here. For some reason, your username didn't show up. Hello, Fish. How are you? Congrats, Sailor. You made it to Friday. Exactly. Exactly. A critical daisy to share. Please show me. Yes. Thank you for following. Nad0618. Birds can have a big sandwich as a treat. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm always saying. People are like, endangered species. You can't feed a kiwi bird a huge burger. You can. Just once. Come on. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. You will certainly never regret giving a kiwi bird an enormous sandwich. Maybe they're an endangered species because we're not giving them enough big sandwich. That's what the wildlife experts don't want you to know. Big experts hate this. Okay, there's that. Okay, I really just, the only thing left is the eye. How am I gonna do his eye? He should be looking down at the sandwich. Like, check this out. But it is kind of tempting to have him look right into the camera. But I don't know why he would be. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, like that. There we go. Nice. And his beak comes up and joins the body. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think this is ready to begin. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I've spent too many times redoodling this. I just need to draw it. Sometimes things are just perfect as they are. Thank you, paper towels. It like fanned open when you handed it to me. Well, Clay brought me some paper towels. Here's 2 of them. Here's the last one. It says, get gribbixed. Puzzling. Challenging behavior here. I do really like the tiny little hands. Okay, well, we're not going to be using that paper towel today. But I'll use the other ones. That's fine. Okay, let me catch up on the chat here. Oh, a very critical daisy. Okay. Oh my god, look at her! How is she doing that? What? Is she got sticky toes like a frog? That's incredible. How is she so talented? Delta says, made it to Fridays, unfortunately accurate for me. Once again, didn't get the job. I couldn't even bother to let me know. Ugh. What is the deal with companies doing that? Being like, yeah, I'll let you know. Just kidding. Like, just send an email. It can be automated. You can do it through MailChimp. It's literally so easy. I think it's actually harder to not tell someone that they didn't get the job. Because then you have to, like, avoid doing it. That is so stupid. I'm so sorry, Delta. It's a reflection on them as a company, not you as a person, if they couldn't even bother to get back to you. That's outrageous. Okay, so there's his arm. Just gonna be all blue. Okay. Let's see, my trick for making food look tasty is to shift the colors redder as they get darker. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Burger. Redder and more saturated. Once again, I didn't get a job. This time, oh, I already read that. This sucks, Delta. I'm sorry. So true, bestie. Literally only know I didn't get it because I saw a posting for the job on Indeed and I was confused. Decided to check my application status and it says no longer under consideration. Ugh. Wow, this music is really loud. Sorry. We need to feed the kiwi bird sandwiches to make them strong enough to kick the asses of invasive predators. House MD would prescribe that. Let's give Delta the job of feeding kiwis burgers. Great next. I have the hiccups now. That should be an emote. It really should. What's that? Like a spell for frogs? Is their equivalent to I cast a big FU? Yeah, that's what it's gotta be. The secret issue is mid-leap. Took the photo at the perfect time to capture the top of her arc. That's incredible. It's like get dunked on in frog language. Exactly. She does catch the top of the window and hang there like she just made a basket. Oh, it's the bird feeders that she's after. That makes sense. 3 invisible elves. Wow. Okay, let us get to work. Also, try to ignore this this beautiful furry wolf man over here on the side. This is a different illustration that I was working on this week. I don't have enough space on the desk to turn it the right way for you. But this is the a pet bug illustration. You can catch giant bugs and make them your buddies in this game, and this is someone with their pet bug. And I'm just using the rest of this piece of paper because this paper is very expensive. I don't want any of it to go to waste. Okay, I'm going to take a photo really quick of this sketch so I don't lose track of how I wanted it to look. There we go. Yeah, I'm imagining his hand positioning as somewhere between Salt Bae and Mr. Beast. A little cursed, perhaps. Oh my god, Delta, that's outrageous. Fab casually flexing handsome furry man. I worked very hard on that handsome furry man. I have to tell you, I'm not so good with that type of thing. Oh, Daisy looks so picturesque. As I'm sure I've complained to you guys before, it's like, I have this issue where I don't seem to be able to draw canines. They always just come out looking like cats, and I don't really know why or how. So this time I really I buckled down, I studied, I had a million reference images open, and I was like, so help me God, this is going to be a canine. It will happen. And honestly, it's still a pretty sleek and graceful and feline looking canine, but I think it is identifiable as a dog of some sort. It's supposed to be based off of the Asiatic red dog, I believe it's called, the Dhole, D-H-O-L-E. Which comes in long and short-haired versions. This is supposed to be the long-haired version. So it basically looks like a stubby, fuzzy little fox. And they're much more social animals than foxes are, too. Okay, I'm gonna start with the spirit arms, just so we can get that done. Oh, you just got the email? Wow. They must have sensed my my stank from across the country. I was sending such atrocious vibes at them for not getting back to you that they were like, crap, we better email him back. I feel like somewhere a Vaporeon hates me. Okay. there's those fingers, and then the kind of top finger is like flourishing back a little bit. And then there's the thumb right here, which gives us the shape for like the side of the hand a little bit. Gotta leave lots of room around the beak, which is going to be a light color. And the arm comes down all ooey gooey. And then it disappears behind the top bun of this sandwich, which is going to be made of a mushroom. Oops, slight mistake. Let me fix that. There we go, that's better. Okay, cool. So there's one hand, and then the other one is mostly out of the shot. It's just kind of down here supporting the tray, so to speak. It's just kind of a piece of wood. You ever go to a burger place where they just serve you the burger on just a slab of wood? Always concerns me a little bit, because I'm like, how do they sanitize these slabs of wood? Surely you can't just throw this in the old dishwasher. Maybe you can, I don't know. It's my impression that wood is just harder to sanitize than most things. Maybe they just throw them away. Each customer gets their own special slab of wood. Okay, so the arm is going to come down around the back of the serving wood. And see it like this. You guys know I love watercolor. I love it so much. Such a wonderful medium. But I actually thought of a complaint about it today that doesn't have anything to do with, like, the actual medium. So Copic markers have a certain smell. I don't know if it's good or bad or what, but they have a very unique smell that always reminds me of, oh hello Inky Heart, reading with a party of 18. I was just talking about the way that certain types of art markers smell. Like how Copics have this certain markery smell that I can't decide is good or bad, but it's got this certain something. But watercolors don't have an odor. I mean, sometimes the wet paper will have a certain smell, but yeah, I don't know, kind of uncommon. Well, hello, Inky Heart and friends. I am painting a kiwi bird serving up an enormous sandwich. As one does on a Friday afternoon. I wonder why my shout-out command isn't working. What were you streaming today, Inky Heart? What was on the Inky agenda? Have you been doing any more conventions recently? Inky Heart and I have seen each other at several cons now. Oh, it's on cooldown because you used it. Thank you for using it. Doing some Patreon requests. Were they fun? Do you have anything you can share? Let me catch up on the chat here. I fell so far behind. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the raid, by the way. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Very pretty. It's an African sunset moth. It's a Madagascar sunset moth. Yes, you are 100% correct, Stumbles. Good butterfly and moth identification skills. My handsome furry man looks fantastic. Thank you. You should do a dog drawing practice stream. That would be awesome. Did you see the thing I left here, by the way? Left where? Sorry, what are we talking about? You should Grippix them. Toby says, grant me the strength to get up from my cozy spot on the couch and plug my car into the charger, and then bake molasses cookies to celebrate my apartment seeming to be mouse-free. Oh, heck yeah, that's awesome. Big Queezando, let's go. Hi, Fluffy. Careful the cookies don't attract more mice, especially the ones that go by Boulder. As long as the mouse going by Boulder doesn't decide the cabinet under my sink is a toilet, the mouse known as Boulder can have several cookies. Have you ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon? I never have, no. It's coming to Switch. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how the UI will be. Because that's a very, like, UI-heavy kind of game, isn't it? Surely you can't just sanitize this. So cheap for such a good game. Molasses cookies from scratch. Gosh, that sounds delicious. Toby says, I've been meaning to for days, but the first attempt the mice ate the butter, so I got discouraged. I love molasses, says Fluffy. Had some watercolors at the smell, but they were handmade ones. Oh, that makes sense. Delta shouted them out. I think I see us displayed. If the wood is properly sealed with food-safe linseed oil or other wood oil, they're easy to sanitize. Oh, interesting. I'm learning. They had honey and cloves in it for preservatives. Inky says, I don't know any of the characters. Nope, just been to TwitchCon. Understandable. It's hard to hard to want to go to other conventions after TwitchCon because it's so fancy and nice there, and other conventions are not as nice. Let me see the link I posted. Yes, I did see your lasagna link. It's very good. Thursday, I had to relocate 3 mice. Oh, wow, you did have a lot of mice. Goodness. Others are also super expensive, says Inky. True, true. The best bang for my buck convention that I've been to that was just really good financial outcome for how much I put into it was AWU, out in near Salt Lake City. I can't remember the name of is it Provo? No, I can't remember the name of the town. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. It was one that Delta recommended to me. It's a small furry convention, and people spent so much money, and they were so nice. Usually a small con like that is like, you'll be lucky to even break even, but Woo was very good to me, so I bet your stuff would do quite nicely there. Not that you asked. Sorry about the unsolicited advice here. I just had a really good time at that con. It was so pleasant. That's right, MFF. The 3 weeks are all in the same trap too, which is stressful. They don't like being in there together. I would not enjoy that either, says Fluffy. Got a new trap because they gnawed a hole in it. Oh! Flaren Sevet, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, is rating with a party of 10. Hello, Flare. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's Flare? Flaren. How do we pronounce this? Well, thank you for reading. Welcome, everybody. I'm painting a kiwi bird with an enormous sandwich today, as one does on Fridays. Hello, Nail VT. Thank you for following. All good. I don't travel far for cons. Understandable. Just Flare is fine. Okay, that is easier for me to pronounce. Thank you. What type of art were you working on today? And thank you for following. My name is Vap, or truly a Vaporeon. And I do a lot of watercolor art, and I'm working on a Dungeons & Dragons adventure book that's going to be launching on Kickstarter in January. And one of the things you can do in the game is you can make sandwiches out of magical ingredients as you travel through the rainforest. So I'm trying to paint one of those sandwiches today. The top bun is going to be one of those mushrooms, I can't remember the name, but it's like a red mushroom with the little dots on it, like the classic mushroom that you see in like Mario and stuff. Apparently there is an edible variety of that type of mushroom, so that's definitely what I'm going to feature here. I feel like that will look the best. I saw watercolor and I knew this was the place, this Flare. Oh, Florence, like Clarence. Ah, my bad. Only people in Utah know about Ogden. True. Fly agaric is the mushroom. Is agaric the right way to pronounce it? We're doing some trad art of Jinx. Oh, sick! Are you looking forward to the finale this weekend? An edible one, says Toby. Portobello mushroom burger. I'm very nervous about the finale. I have to admit, I'm very nervous. I feel like a lot of bad things are going to happen to a lot of beloved characters. I'm scared. I hope it's good. Well, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good no matter what, but it might be heartbreaking. Bacon agaric. I don't know if it's the right way. I've only seen it written. Not a real life thing. Real unsatisfactory. Nervous trues is Flare. Gosh, yeah, my friends are coming over to watch. I've seen so many rumblings about the finale. I'm so nervous. By the way, can I see your Jinx art? Do you have like a screenshot or something you could show me? It's okay if not. I want to see. But yeah, my friends are gonna be coming over, and I've been seeing all these rumblings and stuff online about like the writers and stuff talking about how challenging it was to wrap the show up, and how like the last line of the show took them like, I don't, something like 24 hours to like finalize or something. It seems like they've really agonized over it. Flair says, yes, where would I put it? Yeah, just drop a link if you have that. Don't put yourself out if it's too much of a pain in the butt though. I just wanted to know. Okay, so we're gonna start with the bun here. It is going to be a pinkish red on top that is going to slowly transition down into a more goldy yellow color around the bottom. So I need to make sure I'm leaving lots of room for the little white thingies. I'm sure there's a technical mushroom term for what the thingies are, but I don't know it. You know, the little white things that mushrooms have on them. They're little mushroom nodules. Maybe a real mush appreciator can tell me what these things are called. So I'm sure it's not nodules. Gosh, 2 raids in 1 day. It's been very exciting. Thank you guys very much. Okay, let's get the gold color now. I'm going to start with my yellow paint. Oh, man. Have other people in the chat watched Arcane? Any Arcaners in here? Arcanites? It's remarkably good. I was really surprised. So what I'm doing here is I'm giving the paint a little bit of time to settle in before I let these 2 layers touch each other, because as soon as I let the 2 layers of paint touch, they're going to like melt together. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a moment and catch up on the chat here. Let's see. Is how I'm gonna explain the conversation about Vap's handsome furry man? It's because I drew this this character over here, the handsome furry man. We were just talking about him because usually I really struggle to draw furries and canines, but I managed to pull it off this time and I'm very proud. You know, see me mean Zyler. Hi Echo, how are you? Vapcomic live action remake? Oh my god. Just someone wearing a costume. Whoa. That's a cool drawing, Toby. That kicks ass. Hydrate. I checked for you, Vap. They're just spots on the mushroom. Okay, gotcha. I have not watched it. Seems neat though. Oh, Toby, I feel like you'd really like it. It's super cool. It's a very, very good show. I'm not a shows person, as you guys know, but Arcane is extraordinary. I've never really seen anything like it. Alright, there's our top bun, if you will. I want to make it more red on the very top and less pink, so I'm just gonna grab some of my like cherry red paint here and kind of add it in while everything is still wet. There we go. They're just, oh, I already read that. How did I not see that? It's lovely. Well, thank you, Fluffy. The agarics are called Amanita as well. I've heard it has lots of cool ladies in it, which always appeals to a Toby. Here's the art, by the way, says Flair. Whoa, cool. That's really impressive. Pencil is so difficult to work in. Wow. How do you keep, this is a dumb question, but like how do you keep the like graphite from like smearing? Do you just have to like be very careful with where you place your hand? Let's see. The only way I'm watching Arcane is one of the following lead characters is in it. Blitzcrank, Singed, or... Oh, if you want to see Singed, he's in it. For sure. Very in it, yes. Lots and lots of him, don't worry. No spoilers, but he's in there. You don't. Lots and lots of cleanup. Understandable, okay. Or Olaf, those guys are neat. Tempted now, says Blade. Hold the pencil in your teeth. That's true, that's true. Okay, so what does the underside of this mushroom look like? Because the bottom bun is going to be like the same mushroom but like flipped over. So I want to show the gills. which is the name for that under part. Yeah, it looks like it's just kind of, just kind of standard mushroom gills. Nothing crazy, actually. So that makes my job easier. I'm just gonna grab some yellow and put kind of an edge here on the bottom quote-unquote bun. Originally, I had this sandwich like stupidly tall, like a Scooby-Doo sandwich, but I could not for the life of me figure out how to fit it in the frame and also have a character holding it. So maybe another day I will find a way to do that, but that's why it ended up being more of a wide sando than a tall one. Okay, there we go, and then we'll get to the gills later. This Breath of the Wild music, right? Says Toby. It is! I've played so few video games, I always get excited when I recognize music from one of these on streams. This is the stable music for where you hang out with your horsies. Look at you, recognizing video games and whatnot. You're a real gamer. And then I want to lighten up a little spot here to kind of show the reflection of light onto the surface of the mushroom. That looks nice. You publish the book, make it so the kiwi bird is holding a box that says big honkin' sandwich.jpg. Twitch, don't betray me like that. I love going to sandwich.jpg.com. That's really funny. It was so hard looking up good reference images of big sandwiches because I just kept getting like AI generated slop. It's so scary looking at like AI generated food because like at first blush you're like, yeah, that's a sandwich, but the longer you look the scarier it gets. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not notice the follow notification. Oh wait, no, there we go. Okay, I did notice that. Sorry, I thought I got a follow notification that I ignored. If I ever do that, it's not on purpose. Okay, so next I want to do... I believe this type of mushroom is called chicken of the woods. It is a shelf mushroom that is a beautiful, like, creamy yellow color. It's flat, and it kind of fans out into a fun turkey tail kind of pattern. So I'm gonna mix some yellow and some orange here together, and a little bit of just like a nice neutral tan. And then I'm gonna add a lot of water to it so it's a very pale color, and that's going to be kind of this whole middle section here is going to be the shelf mushrooms. First I'm just gonna paint in like the silhouette, and then I'll go back in and add detail and texture and stuff in a minute. There we are. Beautiful chicken of the woods. Lighten up the edges of it a little bit. Looking good. Gonna go buy the sandwich.jpg domain. Amanita are edible since the toxins are water soluble. Wow. You saying horsies unearth a random specific memory from people making stuff in Tears of the Kingdom. I wonder they made a machine to wash their horses. Caption got dirty horsies. Yeah, the horse car wash. I forgot about that. But it says parboiling the mushroom for a while makes it good for a sauce. One that a Washington, D.C. restaurant uses for their recipe. Wow, that's so interesting. Oh dang, finally I can eat the iconic shroom. Wash your mushies. I misread. Apparently you can do that, but the recipe's from the 19th century. Oh, that's sketchy. Looking tasty already. Yeah, if there's anything I've learned about mushrooms, it's that, it's really just not worth it to try and go and pick and harvest your own mushrooms. Chances of poisoning yourself, very high. Extraordinarily high, actually. Alarmingly high. I'm okay with just buying mushrooms in the store where someone has already promised and sworn that they will not kill me forever. Oh gosh, I've completely lost track of the mushroom that I was looking at. There they are, okay. Beautiful. Japan does it better after removing the toxins, they salt and dry it. Good thing I can't dye as this fluffy. It's moral or morchella shrooms, fried and breaded, but goodness, they're expensive. $40 for a pound. I don't really like mushrooms, actually, says Fluffy. It's very hit or miss for me. Why is the camera so out of focus down here? Come on, camera. This is my hand, too. My hand can be multiple places at once. There we go. It's a little better. Not eating mushrooms because they're awful. Oh yeah, the farmer's market, that's true. Yeah, mushrooms are, I find that I often don't like them if they haven't really been cooked to the right texture. I find they often need to be cooked down more than they are. I don't like it when I get something that has mushrooms in it that are not, like, nice and tender. I find that very annoying. If they have too much of, like, a pop to them, do you know what I mean? Like, sorry if that's gross, but you know what I mean when mushrooms have, like, the... They're, like, a little raw still. I don't like that. I think they're best if you, really fry them with onions and butter, maybe some oil, a little seasoning, and then let them like really cook down nice and slow. You can cook them at like the same time that you're caramelizing your onions if you're caramelizing them for something, and then you sort of infuse the mushrooms with the onion flavor. That can be very nice. They take longer to cook than people want to give them. You gotta let them breathe. Gotta let those mushies breathe. The best food I've eaten in my life was mushrooms, but 90% of the time they're really mid. For me, it's a flavor thing, says Delta. Spongy mushrooms are not ideal. Everything tastes good on onions and butter. Exactly! That's always my cooking advice. If your food just doesn't taste good, more onions, more butter. I guarantee you, it's gonna taste better. It won't necessarily be good, but more good. I need more references of kiwi birds. Hang on, let me go to my kiwi bird reference document. A real document that I do have. Not a joke. Not clickbait. I don't know why I'm always looking at images of kiwi birds like I'm gonna get some new insight. They're brown. They're a brown bird. They look like a rat running on bird software. I don't need to keep looking at refs of these guys. I just need to find the kiwi bird in my heart and let him out. Oh, they're so cute. Why are they so cute? What a weird animal. I like any animal that has like a wild array of whiskers. I think that's a very good trait for a critter. They have so many whiskers. Okay. I have a reference image of a kiwi bird open. I'm going to paint. I'm not going to overthink it. This is my promise to you, the viewer. You asked for it. Okay, just gonna mix up a nice, gentle brown. Loving and trustworthy brown. Mix a little bit of black into it to make it less bright. And there we are. Kind of a milk chocolate brown. the basic look. And then I want to give him lots of fun little whiskers. He's got an eyebrow that comes up off the top of the head. A little bit of fuzz on the body. And then his tummy comes like down like this. And you see it sticking out a little bit behind the sandwich. These kiwi birds are kind of bowling pin shaped. Last but not least, a little bit of his leg, front leg area. Right up to the edge of his beautiful magical hand. And then it disappears off the edge of the page like so. Thank you for following the Classy Wall of Flesh. That's an awesome username. People are so creative with their usernames on here. Part of his body is over here as well, and I think that's the last little bit that should be showing at all. Because he's mostly being dwarfed by a big sandwich. Okay, let us catch up on the chat. Best food in my life? Mushrooms. But that other part, that's where we differ. Delta hates mushrooms and I love them. We are not the same. Did you eat the mushroom skewer meal from Breath of the Wild? It looks a little dry. I don't think I would love that. Maybe I'd like mushrooms more if I ate cool mushrooms prepared by professionals. I'd eat more than one, Mecca. I think you keep looking at kiwi birds because you deserve that, says Fluffy. True. My chicken cordon bleu is almost cooked. I want some, says Fluffy. As long as it's not a toxic mushroom, I will likely eat it. Maybe the real kiwi bird was the friends we made along the way. It'd be great if I ate real foods, says Fluffy. Cheese on mush burger. The real friend was the kiwi bird we made along the way. Before I forget again, is anyone here well-versed with HTML or CSS? Define well-versed, says Fluffy. I can hum a few bars. Toby says, I'm finally vertical, going to change my car. You've got this. Making a website for one of my game concepts for homeworks in Cool Edge, and I would like people to give me feedback about it. Starting work tomorrow, says Blade. I see. Keep forgetting my earbuds are in my sweatshirt pocket and I'm eating them when I put them on. Oh no! I strongly approve of the phrase finally vertical. I know a little bit of HTML, CSS. Well, whatever you say, Classy Wall of Flesh. I feel that immensely, says Fluffy. Same energy as I'm not locked in a room full of robots, you're all locked in a room with me. I love that quote. My username's not creative. My legal name copy-pasted directly from my birth certificate, which is a forgery as I was not born. The fluff is eternal. That's so true. Decided to try some chicken karaage from Trader Joe's for dinner tonight. I have a slight issue. More than one sauce packet. I feel like you could eat the whole thing for dinner. Should is a whole nother question, but I mean, gosh, who's gonna stop you, right? It's Friday. You deserve to eat a whole packet of chicken. Okay, here's the beak. Their beaks are a much more pale, almost like white color in reality. But I think making them a little bit more like a tannish gold just looks more appealing. So that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes realism is just worse. Alright, there we are. is there only one sauce packet? They usually put two. Bap, it's over a pound of chicken. You're telling me you're afraid? No, you probably shouldn't eat a pound of chicken. That's weird, they only gave you the one sauce though. Mysterious. Perhaps they're just trying to give you a little puzzle. It's like an escape room. I'm trying to think what color I should make the sauce. Because, like, this is like a magic sandwich, so, like, I could make the sauce any color. It doesn't have to just be, like, a normal sauce color. I know I don't want it to be red, because I think that would look too weirdly contrasty with the bun, and it might look like blood, too, and I don't really want that, so... I could do a yellow sauce, but there is a lot of yellow in this burger, so I might not... What if I did, like, a purple sauce? That could be fun. All the other frozen sugar, I already read that. Just make it all, and then you can save it as leftovers. That's a good point, too. Purple sauce does sound nice. There's an ice cream truck going by outside at 4:45 p.m. That's awesome. Purple sauce. Considering just pouring half the sauce out when it's done thawing and trying to refreeze the rest of the sauce. The issue is the sauce, not the chicken, and I can only cook half the chicken and keep the rest in the freezer. Yeah, purple has a certain temptation to it. Maybe I just want purple somewhere in the image, though. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, these are supposed to be big purple mushroom slices. I guess it's called a red onion, but it's purple. Everyone knows red onions are basically just purple. Okay, let me do that first before I do anything I regret here. I'm gonna work my way backward by starting with the reddish purple color that I like here. Unsurprisingly, this is really making me want a sandwich or a burger of some sort, perhaps. Add in a little bit of punchy magenta there. There we go. Start. It's like that Heinz flavor blasted purple ketchup. I totally remember. I know what you're talking about. Eat ice cream. You could put a red onion. Same hat. Chicken cordon bleu. Eat ice cream sandwich. If I had one, I would. I really would. There's nothing I'd love more. But instead, I'm just going to responsibly drink some water. Gills painted on the bottom image here. I don't really know how to do this, but I don't really have a choice either, so there's that. I think I'm just gonna start with like a nice kind of a peachy colored base coat, and then I will put the gill texture over the top once this layer dries. I think that's probably the schmove here. Because the gills don't really have that much color, but like the shadowy parts are what you notice, like in between each of the gills, so. Yeah, I'll just start like that and then work on it more later. Ate the chicken and it's not enough. There's nothing you love more, says Fluffy. Yeah. Nothing in the whole world. Isn't that weird? I can't help it though. Next, I think I could probably get this little serving tray some color. I'll just make it brown. Not very exciting, but I mean, it's a serving tray. It's not really the piece de resistance. Not even Crazy Bus? Not even Crazy Bus. Crazy Bus makeshift plushie one. I feel like I'd get a cease and desist from the owners of Crazy Bus. Okay, I think I should do a very dark brown board here. So it's just super uninteresting to look at. Like a mahogany kind of color. Something like that, anyway. Okay, and then last little bit of this board here. Goes almost to the edge of the frame. Oh no, I'm starting to get sleepy. Oh no. It's not what I want. Are they still making Crazy Bus games? Pretty sure it's a programming exercise. My final decaf coffee is ready. Decaf coffee. That's the coffee they had during the French Revolution. Cappuccino. Alright, something like that. Wow, says Blade. I'm glad you liked that joke. I didn't like it very much. I kind of regretted it. I feel like it's weird that there isn't any lettuce in this, this sandwich. I feel like every like comically showy sandwich has to have some lettuce leaves in it. So I'm gonna put some lettuce in. What does lettuce even look like? Green. Okay, well. I pulled up my reference image and it looked exactly like what was in my head. It's just lettuce. Question is, should I put it gonna put it up here. Reason being, I think it will look more appealing when it's not next to the little white funny looking mushrooms. I don't think green will look good next to those. I think it'll just make the whole thing look a little too fungal, for lack of a better word. There we go. Nice and lettucey. Why would you make a sandwich without lettuce? Some people don't like it. I think other Kiwis want a burger with plant matter on it now when it comes to serving it. Will they let us do that? Pogo says no. It's Fungal Friday. It is. It really is. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling very fungal on this Friday. Today's Friday in California. It really is. And only California. Sorry, everyone else. Friday? That's for Californians. Need to fix whatever is going on over here. This is a real mess. I'm sure I had some kind of an intention when I sketched that, but I've since forgotten. So let's just try again. Okay. Intentions reaffirmed. Something like that. I can't stand lettuce. Spinach is where it's at. Lettuce is too pretentious. For everyone else, it's Stroganoff Saturday. Stroganoff Saturday, but I hardly even know her. Oh, God. No one has ever said that word that way. That's incredible. I was not prepared for how she was going to say that word. She added so many more syllables than it has. And it already has a lot of syllables. Oh my god. It's too much. It's too much. Let's give our little guy his mouth definition a little bit here. There we go. No, of course I blotted it out way too strong right out of the gate. Let's try again. There we go. I'll come back to that in a little bit. But no, I agree. I think some raw spinach is also a wonderful crunch to a sandwich or burger, and it's healthier for you. Apparently the bit of that whole scene is they're making stroganoff really badly. That's awesome. But they're so excited about it. Oh man, that's so funny. Okay. Okay. Alright. Going to put some shadow in on this part. Clean it up a little, and then I'll eventually be adding in the lines of the gills. I'm just not there yet. Still don't know what color that sauce is going to be. Well, I can keep working on the onions in the meantime anyway. That'll be fun to render. Red onion slices. I want like an image of one from the side, and they're just not letting me see that. They're all like top-down images. Oh, there we go. Finally. Over 11,600 red onion slices, stock photos, pictures, and royalty-free images from iStock.com. Thanks for following Cryptid Collection 2. Welcome. Okay, so it looks like red onions have sort of stripes of intensity that come down pretty darn straight from the top, and they're very randomly placed around the edge of the slice, I guess to just match the veggie that they are from. Something like that. I pulled a really stupid move the last couple days that I finally figured out today why it was happening. I kept having these like bad medical dreams where like bad medical things were happening to like me and people I know, and I kept being like, dang, like what's up with that? Like I'm not sure why I'm having so much medical anxiety lately, like nothing's going wrong in my life. And then I finally realized what's happening. You guys are gonna think I'm so stupid. I've been falling asleep to this same video the last bunch of nights that's like hidden deadly what was it? It was like hidden killers in like ancient Victorian homes or whatever. It's like a video about like all the new tech that the Victorians and the Tudors and stuff had in their homes that they didn't realize was deadly. And it's like a 3-hour video, and I just put it on and then I fall asleep. I have endless nightmares that I'm going to die of, I don't know, washing machine or something. So yeah, I think I'll probably stop playing that video when I go to sleep, for reasons. Great video. It's like very like historically accurate and all that, but not very relaxing. God, I've gotta like remember the name of the video. It's something more interesting than what I said. There's the lettuce. Lighten it up a little. Not too hard on that. Lettuce. Lamau vap. play Fontaine. Get a nightmare where you enter Epcot as Walt Disney envisioned it. Oh, that actually does sound scary. Okay, the video is the most lethal household inventions in history. Hidden killers on Absolute History. Dr. Susanna Lipcomb reveals the hidden killers that lurk in every room across the ages. From the Tudor to the post-war era, we discover the lethal inventions and the safe domestic home life of households from the past. It's a really interesting video. But yeah, it'll give you the anxiety a little bit. It'll make you a little upset. I don't know why I didn't think of it. It just didn't occur to me. It's like, oh, this is interesting. Okay, save this mushroom image so that I can view it more larger. Pinterest, I'm never going to sign into you. You need to give up on this. You're delusional and I'm embarrassed. I'm not going to create a Pinterest account. This is like when New York Times is like, buy this article. I'm never going to do that. I'm sorry, bud. I'm theologically opposed to your business model here. I won't do it. Okay. Got my nice, big, beautiful mushroom picture. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that so I can see every pore. Every little mushroom pore. Oh yeah, now that's some mushrooms. Okay, cool. That Epcot video is honestly kind of stressful too, though, because it talks about him being like on his deathbed, still like thinking that he's gonna complete his plans, and like, you know, he's not going to, and less relaxing than one might think. But also his notion for the park, very disturbing. What a strange fellow. It's like, I'm sad that he didn't fulfill his dream, but also his dream was a frightening dystopian nightmare, so I guess the world is complicated, isn't it? Blade says, that's not the worst part. The worst part is that Disney actually thought he knew best. And then you realize that through the power of he hated being told no, this is the same guy who made Mickey Mouse. That's a big honkin' burger. It sure is, Boulder, it sure is. It is sad he didn't get to realize his dream of a city, absolutely. Did it make me lose tons of respect for the man? Also, absolutely. Yes, it's a little a column A, a little a column B. He really should not have, he shouldn't have wanted to have his own city that he was, like, king over. But, I don't know, I kind of also pity him, as anyone would pity a delusional old man, so I don't know, it's a mixed bag. I don't think any of us should have our own cities. That's my onion. Yeah, the legacy thing really, really seemed to eat him up. It's very unfortunate. What if... I could either do a very yellow sauce, or I could do maybe a white sauce? I'm just looking at images of burgers with sauce. Kevin mentioned in the video, someone once described Epcot in that form as the project the man set out to do in the last stages of his life. Yes, definitely. It was a real, like, I'm gonna die and I'm not satisfied, so I'm gonna have one last hurrah kind of project. And those don't always lead you to good places. Sometimes it's like the drive you have in life that lets you like do really cool, incredible things can also be bad for you. You know? It's a real blessing and a curse kind of situation. Because yeah, it motivated him to make a lot of really cool and incredible projects in his life, but then if that drive never went away, then how could he ever be satisfied, you know? Nothing would ever really be enough. I decided I'm gonna do a white sauce. I'm too lazy to read the context. We're talking about a Defunct Land video about Walt Disney's plans for Epcot. And where he wanted to go with that, and why a lot of the idea was pretty rough. It's a very interesting video. It's so true, Vesti. Got your car all plugged in and efficient, Toby. Have you done it? No, it's not a new one. It's an older one. I wish there was a new one. Oh my gosh. That would be so nice. He should release a new one just for me. Walking home now, says Toby. You've done it! We stand a responsible king. We have no choice but to stand a responsible king. Okay, let's start working on the mushroom gills. They are just kind of lines. And they should be very thick and like dark right up close to the camera. And then kind of get thinner as it branches away. Using like the very, very tip of the brush to get some kind of interesting texture in. Sort of looks like a mushroom, a little bit. We're getting there. For like a little bit of kind of damage and bumpiness along the edge here, because mushrooms are so soft. They get squished up and chipped up and scarred up really easily. So they have kind of visually interesting surfaces. This does look kind of good. I really like that like sunset kind of color, the pink fading into yellow. I love when like candy and stuff has that color, even if it doesn't taste very good. The color makes me feel like it should taste good, and sometimes that's all it takes. I think I'm getting better at watercolor. I've felt a real improvement lately. I'm very happy with it. Definitely been pushing myself to learn some new techniques. I think it's paying off. What a relief. Okay, let me catch up on the chat here. Someone in the comment section of the video said something along the lines of, I don't mind if there's an afterlife or not, but if there is one, I want to know how coping, molding, and seething Walt was when he realized he would not get his wish. That's me, responsible king. Not Nate Boulder. Just mention after Bat brought up a recurring nightmare she's had. Definitely need to charge it because it's a fiber festival I want to go to tomorrow that's a ways away. What is the nightmare, says Boulder? Just like various medical nightmares, like all in the dream it'll just be like, oh, Clay's eye is messed up and now we have to go to the ER, and then we go and they're like, they have to give him medicine. It's just like, not even like very specific, just very vague medical nightmares. Because I've been falling asleep watching videos about deadly Victorian ailments. So, there you go. That'll do it. I want to start working on these little white mushrooms that are kind of right in the middle here. Okay. Going with this whole layer. I'm just gonna have to feel it out, I think. Okay, so the little mushroom stems are coming out like this. Toby says, and then model train viewing on Sunday, which is less far away. Oh, is it like a model train show? Never specified, just medical related. Little Timmy didn't watch it. Now he's dead of typhoid. Now he's dead of typhoid. I love that video so much. R.I.P. Timmy. Where's that from, Boulder? I feel like I recall that. It's from a satire video. I can't remember what the title is. It's something like the most popular song in every decade or something like that I fell for when I first saw it, because it starts out with like songs that are like believably, you know, like, oh yeah, that was popular, and then it gets more and more absurd and eventually goes back to like caveman times. And there's like a song sung by a woman talking about little Timmy dying of typhoid. Retrospect, I really don't have a lot of defense for why I fell for that video. I mean, eventually I figured it out. It's not like I watched all the way to the end and was like, yeah, it seems legit. A couple of model train clubs are having a day where they're open to the public. Oh, that's cool. So it's not even like an official show. It's like you get to peek inside. Yes, here's the video. Best-selling single of every decade all the way back to 14,000 BC. So it starts out with Ed Sheeran's Shape of You, and then the 2000s, James Blunt's You're Beautiful, 1990s, Lou Bega, Mambo No. 5, If I Could Turn Back Time, the Bee Gees, and then 1960s is where it starts to go off with Herbie Bonson's Do the Crunch, 1950s, Chunky Fitchman and the Interrupters, 1940s, John Smith, Britain is where I'm from. Oh, man. Yes, and then 1850s, Nurse Lice Bear and Little Timmy.
Little Timmy didn't wash his willy, now he's dead of typhoid, now he's dead of typhoid.
Mambo number 4. Okay, I've gotta close this. Oh my god, so easily distracted. It's so funny though. Okay, I think I'm gonna work on the spirit hands a little bit. Just because I can. A modal train club. That's funny. Modal's own special train club that only Toby is invited to. Sounds kind of awesome, actually. There's like no real like rule for how I do this. It's all very vibes based. Something like that. And then I'll go in with the paper towel and clean up all these hard edges, because these are kind of ectoplasm based hands, so they shouldn't have like hard cell shading in them. Something like that. Looked at the thing on YouTube as opposed to Twitter, and I got a ton of Naruto stuff. How to train your modal! Amazing I managed to uncover the other lost 4 Mambos. What an honor! Is Modal a train? Is he a fan of the trains? Are we trying to train him in a workout session? How to train your Modal. It was foolhardy to do the walk in 39 degrees drizzle weather in just a normal hoodie, but I survived. Whew! Well, I guess, if nothing else, getting back inside will feel very warm and cozy now. But yeah, that's a bold move, for sure. You would not catch me doing that. Yeesh. I can't stand being cold. Darken up the shadows for these chicken of the woods. Something like that. So cozy. Time to put my hands on my cat. California weather is warmer. Just checked what I'm missing for the Kanto Pokedex and TCG Pocket. Hello, VAP fans! It is Friday, says Lokno. It is. Happy Friday, my friend. Welcome to yet another Friday. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Friday. How are you doing, Lucknow? Long time no see. There we go, that's a better image of these mushrooms. I am painting a big mushroom sandwich. That's my whole deal today. And that's pretty much it. Challenging. It's very challenging. I'm challenged. People are always saying this about me. It's like they have like a million little stems, you know? That's the hard part. Now, we're not going to be viewing this that big in the book ultimately, so I don't need to draw every single stem, but tough stuff. Something like that. Thank you for following Green Knight 2023. Let me catch up in the chat. Maybe this is just me, but the bun on that fat honkin' burger looks like it's made from a mushroom. Amen, brother. Daisy's so confused by me putting my cold hands, oh my god. Daisy so confused by me petting her cold hands style is what you said. I made pizza, so look now. Oh, what kind of pizza? I want pizza. I was right, says Boulder. Venazor, Victory Bell, Cloister, Raichu, Magneton, Nidoking, and Nidoqueen, and Dragonite. Also Tinama, but that's Unova. I forgot I have to chill this cookie dough. I will do it for cookie quality. Fab, I love your mushroom burgers, says Foolish Fish. Why, thank you! I've worked very hard on my mushroom burger. I'm glad you like it. I haven't actually started yet. I was just reading the recipe, says Toby. I will eat the berg shroom. It genuinely looks good. That's a relief. I want it to look good. I don't want it to look like the evil Patty. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Toby, I have real trouble with self-restraint when it comes to chilling dough for recipes. Sometimes I'm able to pull it off, and other times I put it in the fridge for like an hour, and then I'm like, hey, you know what? I have an idea. Fuck this. And then it goes into the oven. I feel like even just an hour of chilling will give you a lot of benefit if you can tolerate waiting that long. More than 1 hour is ideal, but, you know, better than nothing, right? It's like, if you have a shirt that's, like, telling you not to put it in the dryer, it's like, okay, I'll put you in the dryer for 10 minutes, and then I'll hang you to dry. Better than nothing, right? That's what I do, anyway. It's worked out okay for me so far. Hour or longer, so an hour it shall be. Very true. You should redraw and repaint this, Kiwi, so it is posed to look like Bob's Big Boy. Okay, I've got to Google Bob's Big Boy. I forgot about this. Yeah, that's the kind of look I'm going for. The berg looks so good. Ah, I'm so glad. People say you shouldn't machine wash some types of fursuits, but it's never stopped me, and my suit's in great shape. Yeah, I feel like if you just go with, like, the maker's directions, you should be fine. That's the most important thing, right? They're most likely to understand, like, what they put into it. What secrets lay in the interior. Mushroomy texture on the chicken of the woods. catch yesterday's episode of Game Grumps? No, I haven't yet. I'm behind by a couple of days because I was too busy watching those Victorian videos about dying. I don't know what's going on with me this week. Why was it a good episode? Fish says, I hate chili recipes. I hate chill recipes simply because I'm too dumb to read ahead. Yeah, I'll make this dish and have yummies tonight. Oh, I have to wait 8 hours. Fuck. I know what you mean. She, my soup maker, said it should be fine on gentle. Definitely not drying it in the machine, though. Never understood why sugar is in wet ingredients. One of baking's many mysteries. If it has to be creamed together with, like, a fat, like, shortening or butter, then that makes sense. Because it's essentially just being added to a wet, but if they're just putting it with a wet for no reason, then I do not know. It's because I like all the sugar. I like all the sugar. One time I messed up a recipe and it said, put all dry ingredients here. Later it said, alright, now is where we use the sugar. I was so upset. Oh my gosh, those stinkers. It was a super weird episode, says Boulder. Really? At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the pantry, localized entirely within your mouth? Why, yes. Can I try it? No. That makes sense. It's getting butter mixed. Yeah, there's some chemical thing that's happening when you cream butter together with sugar. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, it's changing some aspect of the butter. Does that help? Very vague, I know, but otherwise it really shouldn't be with the wets. I love this song. About baking is that like there is a reason for every like type of step that has like a chemical name, but like I can never remember. But you can just like look it up. It's weird. It's not really like that with cooking. I guess with like cooking meat there are certain terms for different things, but baking's got a lot of terms. Episode's very weird. It's you and their weird big-nosed guy in a hotel room together, and he wants you to watch you click a clicker, saying a bunch of uncomfortable stuff. That sounds bizarre. Worth it for committing to the biz, is Blade. Well, that's good. Okay, I need to work on the kiwi's face. He is, unrendered. Just a simple unrendered fella. And you know what, buddy? You need to get rendered. Not afraid to say it. This is the wrong brush. Let's switch to my big brush for big actions, for big kiwi shading. Something like that. And grabbed a paper towel, soften it up. What on earth am I gonna eat for dinner tonight? I was gonna go over to my mom's place for dinner, but she's got a cough right now, so we canceled. And the problem is that, well, one, that she has a cough, that's not good, but two, that I just kind of planned on, I didn't make any dinner plans, and I've got no food. So, I'll have to figure that out. That'll be interesting. There's gotta be some food somewhere. I mean, surely. Okay, my ketchup here. only slightly less disturbing than the time they played Super Troll Island. What about the time they played that game that got immediately demonetized? Oh my god, what was it called? It was called like F Mr. Thatcher or something like that. That was like their fastest demonetization of all time. That was so terrible and funny. I'm a simple kiwi. I don't render my colors very easily. Life is good. What are you doing? And then Bab continued to render the kiwaiter. He is a kiwaiter. Every time you refer to the kiwi painting, I keep thinking about our kiwi in the chat. He's out tonight. That's so sad because it's kiwi hours. This video got demonetized. It sure did, and YouTube was right to do so, I'm afraid. Well, this is looking pretty darn good. I think I might wrap it up here for the night because my back is starting to hurt. I've been spending too much time awkwardly hunched over at the desk trying to paint things, so I think I'm gonna send a raid to somebody since I got raided twice. Ooh, we can raid 4-Leaf Island.
I hate sweet and savory things together.
Okay, they hate sweet and savory things together, apparently. And it looks like they are drawing... something. An adorable little critter wearing a witch hat. That sounds right up our alley. Perhaps a mouse? Unclear. Alright, let's send a raid over to them. Raid message is going to be truly a raid as schmusual. The pizza is so good. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate you. Stay soggy, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next Wednesday for more of streaming. I agree, Fish. Pinch is not a good measurement. It's just not. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Yeah, it's the day before Thanksgiving. I'll be there.
Truly a mushroom raid. Welcome in, Truly Vaporeon. We were having a poll about what chocolate flavor we like best. Fun fact, there's a fourth type of chocolate called ruby chocolate. It tastes fruity, apparently. I've never tried it, but it exists. Nice. I think I gotta do... Hold on, I gotta look at the ref. I'm too zoomed in to see the ref. That's my